what police know.
How the death of a Utah police officer could lead to changes here on Capitol Hill.
KSL Live at 5.
For time served. After the death of a Santaquin police sergeant hit and killed by a semi-truck, one lawmaker is looking to tighten up how commercial driver's licenses are issued here in Utah. News specialist Daniel Woodruff is live at the Capitol to explain. Hey, Daniel.
Hey, Ashley, the lawmaker who's proposing this is from southern Utah County, and that's where Santaquin Police Sergeant Bill Hoosier was when he was killed last May while on duty. It was during a traffic stop that Sergeant Hoosier was hit and killed by a semi-truck driven by Michael Aaron Jane. Prosecutors say Jane deliberately rammed into Hoosier, who had been working with Santaquin police for about 7 years. Jane had an extensive criminal record. House Bill 375 that's in the Utah legislature would not allow somebody to receive a commercial driver's license in Utah if they have been convicted in the last 3 years of a violent felony or of fleeing from police.
I always bristle at expanding government, but this is a case where we need to do a better job of protecting our citizens and our law enforcement officers from potential violent felons, and that's the genesis of the bill.
The bill also requires background checks for people applying for a commercial driver's license. The Utah Trucking Association, though, is concerned about the bill, particularly, they say, adding hurdles to the hiring process when it's already very difficult to find truck drivers. Now, this bill has not yet received a committee hearing here at Capitol Hill. It has been assigned to a committee. It could come up any day now. We'll watch for that. The legislative session here ends on March 7th. At the Capitol, Daniel Woodruff, live at 5.
Daniel, thank you. A Salt Lake City man's been...
Another busy day at the state capitol as lawmakers sift through bills that will update Utah's laws. We've got team coverage tonight as the legislature takes on potential changes to drivers with a DUI on their record and a bill that called for prosecutors to track certain information on sexual assault allegations. Let's start with Daniel Woodruff. Daniel, lawmakers want to prevent drivers from buying alcohol for a certain time.
If this bill passes, certain drivers convicted of DUI would have to carry a special driver's license that says they're not allowed to buy alcohol.
If somebody has already demonstrated that alcohol is problematic in their life and they've committed a crime, for the state or another retailer to continue selling them alcohol when the judge says that's not allowed, that's a problem.
Representative Steve Elison says House Bill 437 applies to those convicted of extreme DUI, meaning those with a blood alcohol of at least 3 times the legal limit or a combination of drugs and alcohol in their system. But a judge could apply it to others as well. The bill today received support from the family of Eli Mitchell, a 13-year-old from West Jordan who was killed by a drunk driver almost 3 years ago.
If this law would have existed back in 2022, and that particular establishment would have been following this law, there's a good chance I wouldn't be here today and my grandson would be still with us.
The bill advanced unanimously out of a House committee today and heads now to the full House of Representatives for a vote. At the Capitol, Daniel Woodruff, KSL 5 News.
A crime data collection
And academia.
At the state capitol, lawmakers are looking at a bill to prevent some drivers from buying alcohol for a certain period of time. The bill would make certain drivers convicted of DUI carry a special driver's license, which says that they are not allowed to buy alcohol. It would apply to those who have been convicted of extreme DUI or those with a blood alcohol level of at least 3 times the legal limit. The measure advanced in a House committee today, and it now heads on to the full House for a vote.
Another new bill being debated.